Wealth, yoga, wine. Welcome to my podcast. I'm Valerie Hale. Have you ever been in a time machine? Of course not. Mary Morrissey's flagship program, Dream Builder, teaches us how to bring the future to us through her time machine process. I'm just going to share this with you very quickly, that we are turning 3 times in order to project us into the future 3 years from now. The reason she teaches us to do this is to bring the future to us. As I've mentioned before, we don't want to try to reach the future from where we are today. It's important that we bring the future to us. And through her time machine, that's one of the ways she does this. I have included a link to her meditation book regarding Dream Builders to get you started in the process of what she teaches. Next week, I'm going to go into this in more depth, but I had to euthanize my 18-year-old Siamese yesterday, and I want to spend the time grieving because it's one of the saddest days of my life. In regards to Kundalini Yoga, last night I was blessed with a very special private class, accidentally, with arrgghh. We easily spent the first 30 minutes talking about Chocolat, my Siamese of 18 years, because he loved to do yoga with me. No joke. Every morning about 8 o'clock, 8:30, I do a 30-minute set. He comes in, sits on my yoga lap and my yoga mat. I have to move him around so that I can get in specific positions, but he would do yoga with me every morning. Conversely, he would also do my virtual classes with me with arrgghh. She told me she would see him literally come up to my iPad or my laptop, look into the camera, sit there and concentrate on her class. I never knew this because during yoga, we are always instructed to close our eyes. That was a very special learning about how gifted he was to learn Kundalini Yoga. Absolutely amazing event. We also talked about how special Siamese cats are. I'm not going to go into that because many of my listeners could absolutely hate cats and Siamese in particular. However, they are extremely intelligent cats and very spiritual cats. In the podcast details, there is a beautiful song called A Call. I've put that link in the podcast details. If you are experiencing the passing of someone, whether it's a loved pet or loved human being, play this song every day for 17 days, arrgghh says. I did not know this. I've only played it 1 or 2 times when I've had the passing of a friend or a pet. Beautiful music, will make you cry, but it's very important that you listen to this music and you help, whether it be a human being or a pet being, you help them transform into their next life. Lastly, wine. I had the most unusual, let me go back because arrgghh says that the day of Chocolat's passing yesterday was very auspicious because it is also the Chinese year of the tiger. To add to that, however, in my world, the biggest nemesis of my life, whom I have had to deal with for 3.5 years, getting him to move off of my property in order to sell the 40 acres and 3 houses, he is finally moving. There is a U-Haul truck. He is putting things into the U-Haul truck. I can promise you, my Siamese, I don't care if you don't believe me, and I don't care if you don't believe in you and woohoo, and you don't believe in manifestation. These things cannot be made up. He is moving the day that I had to put my most cherished cat, had to euthanize him. This is one of the biggest achievements because He thwarted every effort of a new buyer of my property. He did everything he thought he could do to prevent my big success. And Chocolat made this move. I'm telling you, it happened because all the gods and goddesses and spirits came together, just sharing some unusual manifestations that can happen. Lastly, the wine story. My neighbor next door to me moved to a different apartment complex. She knows that I am a wine expert, especially in French wine. She shares with me that in her new apartment complex, which is really pretty, I absolutely love it. I may move there if I have to wait to get a new condo where I want to live specifically, or somewhere better. She tells me about these 2 wines she finds in her wine refrigerator. The previous tenant or someone had left them behind in the wine refrigerator. And just having a wine refrigerator is luxury to me because I have a small collection. She finds 1 bottle that is worth $855, Grand Vin Chateau Latour from Pauillac, a 1986. The other wine that she finds is Stag Leap's Chardonnay 2015. I don't care about that one. A 1986 Pauillac Chateau Latour is earth-shattering for me. She gave them to her daughter. Now I know. Cat's out of the bag. I'm not that loved. Oh my. In conclusion, this is the shortest podcast ever because I need to get out and cleanse my tears and cleanse my soul and honor my cat, Chocolat. In conclusion, the time machine is going to be fun next week. Come back and visit. Kundalini Yoga is so powerful. The whole experience last night of being able to talk to Hara Prakash at length for 30 minutes was really a soul cleanser for me, and she understood my cat. Chocolat was really special to a lot of people. Lastly, boy, if you find a hidden bottle of wine, call me. It's from France. Oh, lastly, I'm not a consultant. I'm not a life coach. I do this podcast to improve people's lives globally, one podcast at a time. Merci.